All right, here we go. We have the first ever Greasy Grover interview with, of course, Greasy Grover. I am your host, Ploopsthestoppa. And how are you doing, Greasy Grover?
Ploopsthestoppa, I'm doing pretty good today.
Damn, okay. Anyways, we need to ask you a few questions about your upbringing and your music because not a lot of people know about it. So, your first song you released, "Life Is Hard." What inspired you to make that song?
So, Life is Hard is kind of weird because, that was during a time when I was jumping around the idea of making a music career, but I wasn't really sure because I didn't really have all the stuff to make music. So what I did is I just go on my notepad or something and then just start typing little poems or something that could be created into music. And then one of those was "Life is Hard." And so the first lines were just what the chorus is. It was just "Life is hard, life is tough, And then I said, hey, how about I make it longer? And so I did. And yeah, that was what really inspired me to do this. Is that I'd been watching some videos of people saying just start typing lyrics and the song will come out, and I tried doing that, and I guess that's how "Life is Hard" came out.
Okay. Did you have any other songs on those notepads or anything, or was it just "Life Is Hard"?
I did have a little bit. I did have some, but most of them were just 2 lines, and then I just gave up. Nothing major.
Okay. Well, one thing I bet some people are wondering is that your second song, "Do Number 5 on the Whiteboard," was drastically different than "Life Is Hard," just by tone and stuff. So what inspired you to shift the kind of music you made from this sort of emo music to what you make now?
So the reason that I started making this kind of music is because when "Life is Hard" came out, I was thinking of making a serious, song that people would like, and then people started liking it, but for an entirely different reason. It wasn't because they liked the lyrics or they liked the music in general. They liked it because it was funny, and they liked it because it was, a funny meme, right? So I just said, hey, how about I make music that is also funny memes, that people, because I realized that that's what the people want, right? They want funny music, funny memes,
Okay. Well, now this question is really important. Why did it take so long for Sicko Po to come out?
So a lot of that was on my part because I was kind of lazy on making Sicko Po. I came up with the idea and I started writing lyrics for it at school and stuff, right? But then I just started backtracking. I started not wanting to make the lyrics anymore. I started wanting to make I had other projects in mind other than Sicko Po. And then I started doubting Sicko Po and how good it would be. I was realizing wow, a lot of these people don't even know who this guy is, Edgar Allan Poe, and I didn't think that it would be so successful, which it wasn't, but I didn't really think it was gonna be successful, so I started backing away from it. But then I guess I just finished it, and it came out bad as I expected. So yeah.
All right. If you were able to go back in time, would you have not made Sicko Po?
If I could, no, I wouldn't have, because I guess it's better to release something, because I don't know how to explain this, but it's better to have Sicko Po released now than just go up to my fans and say, hey, I'm not gonna make it, you guys suck, I don't care what you want. I just think that that's the message that my fans would have received if I just said, hey, this really big anticipated song, yeah, I just gave up on it. So yeah, I wouldn't have done
Okay.
that.
Um. All right. You only got 4 songs released right now, and let's see. There's a pretty good time gap between all of them, except for "Life Is Hard" and "Do Number 5" on the whiteboard. So do you spend all of your time perfectly crafting your songs, the lyrics, the beats? Is that why it takes so long for these to release?
So a lot of the things. So one thing I'm gonna say is that I make music as a hobby, not as a job. So I'm not always gonna be like perfecting my music every single day. So uh, again, like the time gap on Psychopo, I just started losing my interest in it. And Ravioli, I guess I wanted to give people something, just something while they waited for Psychopo. I guess that's why I made Ravioli. And the time gap between Do Number 5 on the whiteboard and Ravioli, I guess was because of me making Psychopo. But yeah, the time gap is just me just not doing anything. Again, I do this as a hobby. I don't want to like make music every other day. Well, I guess that's an exaggeration. I don't want to make music like some artists that make music frequently. I do this for fun, I guess.
All right. Um, you seem to outlast everyone else who's been trying to make music right now. Like Lil Talkie, Moisty Blake, Gavin, Anthony. They all seem to have given up on making music, but you, on the other hand, are still making it. So why do you think that is? Do you think you just had more determination than them, or what?
I think that the reason that I'm still making music is because so the whole SOM thing where we had this whole group of like people making music. I think once that broke up, people just kind of gave up on making music, Like Lil Talkie just stopped making music. He's told me that he wants to make a comeback, but I don't think it's going to be very effective, just personally. Anthony just straight up said, I don't want people to listen to like Russ Rap or something. He like leaves chats every time we play it. Gavin just got bullied to shreds, and Moisty Blake, I guess, just I don't know. He wasn't really that into music. He just made that one collab with Lil Talkie, and he just left. But I think the reason that I'm staying is because a lot of my songs, well, the first 2 songs that I made during the time when everyone was like making music, which were Life Is Hard and Do Number 5 on the Whiteboard, those were so successful that I said I might as well make more, you know.
Yeah. Let's see. One more question about these people. If you had to rank them in terms of how good you thought their music was, where exactly would they rank?
This is a hard one. So just the people that were making music before.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'd say now this is hard because a lot of them weren't particularly good. They did have some good songs, but in terms of how funny the songs were, I'd have to say that I don't know. I didn't really listen to a lot of their songs, but if I had to choose, then I'd say I don't know. Anthony would be like first because of all the Russ raps and stuff. Those were kind of
Yeah.
fun. Lil Talkie would be his close second. This is his most recent song. I mean, it's not that recent. I forgot what the name was, but it was something about anime.
Oh yeah, that one was deleted actually.
Yeah, it got deleted, but I listened to it.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
hmm
I'd have to put Moisty Blake in third because, you know, he had some potential, you know, but he just left midway through. So I think he had some potential. Uh, I'd have to
Hmm.
give Gavin a fourth, like, well, not even including everyone else. I'd have to put Gavin like in the very bottom, because his problem is that he tried to make a serious song, and then he got bullied to shreds for it, and then he
Yeah.
continued making that same kind of music. Whereas I made a serious song, and everyone laughed at it. That's why started adapting to that and made like funny music, I guess.
Yeah. Well, also about these people is that I'm pretty sure they all dissed you at one point or another.
At one point, yes.
Yeah, all
Everyone.
four of them did. Yeah, so what were you thinking about that, like when it happened, you know?
I really just didn't sweat it. I just didn't really stress about it. Again, I didn't respond to any of them because
Mhm.
I'd only made two songs. I wasn't really into I wasn't really in the music career a lot, and then all of these people just like quadruple diss me out of nowhere, and I'm just sitting there
Yeah.
saying, "Why, God, why?" And so, yeah, I don't really sweat it. I don't really care. Anyone can diss me, but I just won't respond because I do this as a hobby. I don't really care.
All right, Greasy Grover. That almost does it for our interview, but I want to ask you one more question. What do you have for the fans? What can they anticipate you doing in the next couple of months?
So the first thing I have to say is that the the first thing I have to say is that Sycopo was a huge flop, and I'm sorry for that. A lot of people were anticipating it, but it was a huge flop. And I'll be trying to stick to more Greasy Grover-ish music, like Ravioli and Do Number 5 on the Whiteboard, stuff like that. I'll be trying to stick to that so that I can keep that, I guess, that Greasy Grover feel alive that made Do Number 5 on the Whiteboard and Ravioli so successful. I'll be making a Barthel tribute, which will come out first, and then I'll make a song produced by Ploopsthestoppa that will come out afterwards. So yeah.
Hmm. Well, all right. I think that does it for this interview. Greasy Grover, thank you for coming out here.
Thank you, Ploopsthestoppa, for having me.
Hmm. Well, all right. I was Ploopsthestoppa, and this was the first ever Greasy Grover interview. Thank you all for listening, and goodbye.